Recent remarks made by both Deputy Prime Minister Yalın Akdoğan and ex-Interior Minister Efkan Ala stating that the pro-Kurdish People's Democratic Party, HDP, would cause serious trouble if it secures parliamentary representation by passing the 10% election threshold in the upcoming elections due to its ties to the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, drew strong ire from Kurdish politicians affiliated with the HDP. Akdoğan said in a live interview on April 23 that he does not think that the HDP will not be able to come up with solutions to the problems of citizens, as it is heavily influenced by the PKK and thus it would be better if it does not enter parliament. If a political party passes the election threshold, this is by no means a problem. But if this party, the HDP, is under the strong influence of an armed organization, the PKK, this would create some serious problems, I believe, said Akdoğan during an interview with the state-run Turkish Radio and Television Corporation, TRT, which recently came under fire due to its one-sided broadcasting policy favoring the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party. In a similar vein, speaking at a meeting at the AK Party's Elmadağ district office last week, Akdoğan compared the HDP to the Republican People's Party, CHP, saying, the HDP say they will abolish compulsory religion classes at schools and Diyanet, the Religious Affairs Directorate. The CHP used to say similar things. They also talk about self-determination. This is nothing but trickery. They will never be a party that embraces the whole Turkey, he said. However, Akdoğan's remarks drew strong criticism from a wide range of Kurdish politicians. Speaking to Today's Zaman on Friday, HDP Parliamentary Group Deputy Chairwoman Pervin Buldan accused AK Party officials of launching a smear campaign in order to prevent the HDP from entering parliament. The AK Party see that we will pass the threshold and enter parliament. They should have adopted a language which promotes brotherhood and solidarity, but instead they chose to launch a psychological battle against us. But our nation will make the best decision on June 7. We would like them, the nation, to let the HDP pass the threshold not with 10% but with 15% of the vote, Buldan said. We have worked in cooperation with the AK Party during the settlement process. But they have always wasted our time, rather than solving the Kurdish issue. These kinds of remarks targeting us clearly show their stance on this settlement process, Buldan added. HDP CO Chair Selahattin Demirtas also denied allegations that his party had ties with the PKK during an interview aired on the Haberturk TV station on Wednesday. The PKK is an armed organization, and it is an organization that has adopted this armed struggle as a method of propaganda. It is a movement that later agreed to lay down its arms and hold negotiations in democratic conditions. Ours, however, is a political movement that has come to the present day from 1991, when the first pro-Kurdish party was established under a series of hardships. We want a political solution to Turkey's Kurdish problem. We are a party that wants to strengthen democratic politics. The PKK is an organization that has its own decision-making mechanisms. We have no organic relationship with it, Demirtas said. Akdoğan's remarks were followed by a similar move by Ala, who resigned from his post on March 6 as part of a constitutional provision ahead of the upcoming general election. Ala said in a live interview last week that he hopes that the HDP will not be able to pass the threshold and thus will not enter parliament. As the AK Party, we currently do not have any plan to prevent the HDP from entering parliament, but I sincerely hope this nation will not allow it to pass the threshold, Ala said. Ala was appointed to the ministry after former Interior Minister Muammer Güler had to leave the post after being implicated in a corruption and bribery investigation along with 3 other cabinet ministers in a major graft probe on December 17, 2013. Ala is not a parliamentary deputy and so has been an ordinary citizen without a political appointment since his resignation. Ala also resigned from his position as Prime Ministry Under-Secretary before he was appointed as minister by then Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdoğan early in 2014. HDP Deputy Hasip Kaplan told Today's Zaman that those who wish that the HDP stay out of parliament are just afraid of that their own power will decrease, in a reference to the AK Party's increasingly authoritarian stance. Cowards die many times before their deaths. Those who wish that the HDP not pass the threshold will be disappointed on June 7. They do everything to prevent us from passing the threshold. But we will reveal the AK party's real face in Parliament. They all will be brought to justice for what they have done, Kaplan said. In a related development, the Erdoğan governor's office has refused to issue an official permission to Selahattin Demirtas for holding a meeting at Erdoğan province on the grounds that Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu will have a meeting in the same hour in 2 days.